Hello there, guys and girls, it's PapaNog. So today we're going to be discussing item tiers, rarity, and we're also going to be discussing farming a little bit. I won't get into too much detail on best in slot items, as that will change season to season and update to update. For more on that, you can look for ZZYZX the Summoner. He talks about that sort of stuff, and if you want some gameplay, you can look at Sir Grindalot. He shows a lot of that sort of thing in his videos. So let's begin with items. The item tiers go from 1 to 6. Here you can see the V on these items denote the tier 5, and then the VI denotes the tier 6 item. Tier 6 will by far be the best tier in the game so far. So you can see here the difference. My tier 5 shield, 7,000 physical defense, 2,800 magical defense. And then as soon as I upgraded to the tier 6, you can see 16,000 physical defense, 6,500. So it's more than double is what you're going to get. More than double of the stats, which will increase your survivability, your damage, and so on. Yeah? So that's what you're trying to aim for. You're trying to aim for getting better items. When you start off the game, from Reincarnation 1 until about Reincarnation 4, that's when you're going to be using whatever items you can get with the best stats. That's what's going to help you progress. And then from tier 4 onwards, I would suggest you find 2 items that are decent. So here I had an amulet, the Ouroboros, that gives redemption and +2 to all abilities. And I just used an infuse core to put them together, to put that with a random helmet that gave me the ability power. And that just helped a little bit because then I could, grind my way up until the reincarnations where you can start to get the tier 5 items with a V on them. Only once you get to about tier 5 do you need to start using Kabbalite to upgrade the item to level 40 and find, a suitable item to infuse it with, etc. So in terms of item tiers, you're looking to just get to about R4, find the items you need, put them together, infuse them. Don't worry about spending Kabbalite on them. You can put a couple of points in if you really, really need it into the weapon. But I don't think it's entirely necessary until you start finding tier 5 gear that's relevant, right? That gives you the stats that you need. And again, for more on that, you can look at some other YouTubers about best in slot items and so on. So that's what you're going to be doing until about tier 5. And then once you start to get the tier 6 items that you need, then you can start building up towards the tier 6 items that are going to help you progress in the end game. What I would suggest, and this takes us on to farming, is that you start with chest maps, and once you've gotten enough items, you can then go on to linear maps. So let's look at some of the chest maps. Chest maps are maps like gardens, which is the first area that you enter into. And the reason you want to farm in chest maps are because they generally have a lot of chests, and chests have chances of being mimics. The mimics will always drop a 100% chance to drop a legendary. So here you see already I found 2 chests. Yeah? And so even with low magic find, you can still get quite a few legendary drops by farming places like gardens. And also here, if you come to Miro, you need to finish Kalandur's forest, and then you can go up here to the top left, Mithrali's peaks. And if you go there, you'll see the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maps. These all have a lot of chests in them. They're probably the best place. If you have low magic find, they're probably the best place to farm legendaries. You can see immediately stumbled upon a chest. So those are the chest maps that I would recommend you start farming at as soon as you're able to. And then once you have enough magic find, that's when you can start to do linear maps. So Black Palace is an example of a linear map, called linear because you can run from one side to the other, and then rinse and repeat. So you can see here, it's just you run in a in a line, turn the corners, run in the line, turn the corners, run in a line. But again, even with good magic find, the chances of dropping legendaries here are quite low. So, because there are no chests or anything else to supplement. And this is the reason why most people will farm Mage Tower. Also because the reincarnation level that you're farming at will increase your chances of dropping higher tier gear. So here, if I go to Vija Port and I go to the final level of Mage Tower, you can see up in the top right here, it's R14. Once you reach R8, you have 100% chance of getting tier 5 gear. And once you reach R11, you start to be able to get the tier 6 gear, which is the end game gear at the moment. So R11, you have a 10% chance, R12, a 20% chance of tier 6, R13, a 30% chance, and so on. So you can see here in R14, this map is also a linear map. You just run and kill things as you run. You have a chance of dropping legendaries, but also this map, unlike the Black Palace, can have chests. It can also have shrines. So if your character is max level, that can help you to level up. You can also find increased magic find shrines. So it's quite a nice map to run and grind when you're looking for your end game items. All right, guys. I hope that helps you. Good luck, have fun, and ciao for now. Bye.